In this edition of City News, find out what big event had city officials and community members gathered at the Hawthorne Memorial Center. Also, find out who's teaching how to save lives in Hawthorne. Plus, we'll take you to find out why a spaceman was greeted by the South Bay residents. These stories and much more coming up on City News. Hello and welcome to City News. I'm Wealthy Jenner. Over 400 locals gathered for the annual State of the City address hosted by Mayor Alex Vargas. Members of local organizations, business owners, and city officials from Hawthorne and neighboring towns were among the people who came together to learn of the exciting developments happening in Hawthorne. Mayor Vargas talked about a maker of home security products.
I'm really excited that Ring is coming here to the city of Hawthorne. It's going to provide jobs. We have about 300 employees that are going to be moving in really quick.
At this year's address, the Hawthorne Citizen of the Year was announced. Jan Vogel, the executive director of the South Bay Workforce Investment Board, was the honoree.
I love Hawthorne. Hawthorne is my adopted city. I love the people in Hawthorne. And it's really a pleasure to be able to help the groups that I'm involved in.
Vogel has helped positively impact thousands of lives through his contributions to nonprofits and working to bring the private and public sectors together to create a business-friendly environment. The complete State of the City address is available on our YouTube channel at Hawthorne Community Television. The Hawthorne Police Department recently held a bleeding control course at their headquarters. Tristan Davis has more on the story.
The Hawthorne Police Department held their first Stop the Bleed training event, giving citizens the proper tools to learn how to stop serious bleeding and buy victims precious minutes before paramedics can arrive on scene.
You can bleed to death within minutes, and oftentimes our first responders, paramedics, law enforcement cannot get to the scene fast enough. And the person you are attending a concert with or attending school with might be the first one to respond to save your life.
Trainees learn the basic ABCs of bleed control, with A standing for alert, calling 911, B for bleeding, finding the bleeding injury, and C for compress, applying pressure to stop the bleeding. The best ways identified to stop bleeding are covering the wound with clean cloth and applying pressure. And if a tourniquet is available, use it to stop the blood from flowing to the wound.
It could be a family member, a neighbor, a loved one, and maybe even a total stranger that you saved the life of, but you're still saving a life.
Due to the rising number of mass shootings taking place in the U.S. each year, Hawthorne PD decided to take a proactive stance on the issue.
I know that we've heard statistics that there have been 20 mass shootings a year. We've had 20 this year so far, so it's happening, and the likelihood that you're going to encounter somebody who's bleeding is high.
The course included a live demonstration where trainees had to stop an officer from bleeding.
The training that we gave today is in line with the national standards of American Heart Association, as well as the Stop the Bleed initiative, and it's the same training that we as law enforcement and fire gets in order to stop bleeding.
For the citizens who received this certificate, it's much more than just a piece of paper. It's the ability to help save lives. For HCTV, I'm Tristan Davis.
For more information on Stop the Bleed, you can visit Hawthorne's PD website at www.hawthornepolice.com. According to the 2017 homeless census, living in Hawthorne alone, there were 75 homeless people. Community members met at the Memorial Center to discuss the issue and to come up with a plan to help solve the problem.
And ultimately draw up a plan for each individual city that will then go to the county and at least tell the Board of Supervisors what's happening in the South Bay, what's happening in Hawthorne, and what we think we need from the county to help us with this problem.
Los Angeles County has become the homeless capital of the United States. An estimated 55,000 to 60,000 individuals and families are without shelter every night.
I don't think there is anybody that doesn't understand that there is a homeless problem in Hawthorne and LA County and the United States, and everybody wants to find a solution, wants to help. They just don't know how.
For more information on future meetings, visit the city's website at www.cityofhawthorne.org. El Camino College held its 31st Onizuka Space Science Day for students of all grades from around the South Bay. Daniel Lindley was there for the Memorial Lecture Series.
It's been 32 years since the tragic accident of the Space Shuttle Challenger on January 28, 1986, killing Ellison and 6 other crew members.
This is the 31st annual event that's been held. It began at USC and 20 years or so ago transitioned here to El Camino. And really, Ellison's vision for himself was that, he started as grew up in rural Kona, Hawaii, and as a little boy looked up to the stars and said, I'm going to be an astronaut, I'm going to go there.
That little boy's dream is what, according to NASA astronaut Shane Kimbrough, led him to work hard for his dream job.
I was inspired by the Apollo astronauts. Back in the late 60s, early 70s, I was a small child, but my grandfather was very instrumental in making sure space was in my world. He lived right across from the Kennedy Space Center in Florida, and I spent a lot of time with my grandparents. And he would drag me out to see anything launching, whether it was a satellite or an Apollo mission. And so from an early age, I kind of had it in my blood to want to be an astronaut.
Space Science Day does not only give a rare opportunity to meet and hear stories from a spaceman. According to El Camino College President Dina Maloney, it offers many activities that range from electrolysis of water to rocket launching.
So this is a really interesting event because we have a lot of faculty who get involved with this. They design experiments, they do workshops in our physics, our biology, chemistry, math areas of study. And also our astronomy department, of course, is very involved. And our students are here running experiments with the grades 5 through 12th graders who are here on our campus for this event.
All the experiments provide key aspects of rocket science. Reporting for HCTV, I'm Daniel Lindley.
For more information on the Onizuka Memorial Committee, you can visit their website at www.onizukamemorial.org. Coming up next on City News, find out why some breakfast favorites were being cooked up at a local park. Also, see why one local art scene created quite the buzz among Hawthorne residents. There's more news ahead. We'll be right back. Welcome back. The Hawthorne Historical Society celebrated their 4th annual hometown pancake breakfast. Jennifer Murillo has more.
Many residents gathered at Jim Thorpe Park to enjoy a delicious meal.
We're just happy that we're out here and we're serving some pancakes and sausage and bacon and having a good time.
Pancake breakfast is delicious, and you can have as much as you want. Where can you eat for $5? With bacon, sausage, syrup, butter, orange juice, and coffee.
It was more than just a good breakfast. Community members also got to enjoy time together while raising funds to benefit the Hawthorne Museum.
People who come to the museum can really see that Hawthorne has a rich history, and they can take pride in what we have here.
We've got the new breweries, we've got new restaurants, but we need to conserve the old Hawthorne too. We need to keep a piece of the culture here. To remind us that we are a blend of the old and the new.
The museum has everything from old Hawthorne signs to school memorabilia and much more that takes you back in time.
I love the museum. It brings back a lot of memories because I've been here since 1953. So, a lot of memories.
History is extremely important. If you don't know the past, you don't know where the future is going to be, and we have a rich history, so we need to share it.
The museum is open every Tuesday and Saturday from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. for anyone to stop by and get a glimpse of the past.
For more information on the Hawthorne Historical Society, go to their website at www.hawthornehistorical.com. Many locals gathered at a local business for a good cause. Tony Long Jr. has the story.
Systems Training Center hosted a night for MMA enthusiasts as they trained for 24 hours as part of the annual Rollathon.
People from around California coming in, different schools that usually compete against each other, but all coming together for a good cause, raising awareness against drunk driving, as well as the need for organ donors.
Those causes are the focus of Liam's Life Foundation. The namesake is from Liam Koval, the gym's owner's infant son, who was a victim of a fatal drunk driving accident in 2016.
We just want to continue to raise that awareness as well, and to keep Liam's memory alive, and keep Liam's Life Foundation in people's minds, that we're still doing stuff, we're working on stuff, although, you know, some of it is behind the scenes, but we're doing big things.
Skill is not a requirement for the community if they want to participate. It's a chance to improve on some techniques from the instructors.
It's a great opportunity just to get a little experience, whether you've done jiu-jitsu or not, get a chance to grapple with people from, like I said, all over the jiu-jitsu community, the jiu-jitsu world.
Though not participating in the event, instructor John Robles was there to show support, as was fighter Ian Marlowe.
It was well known in the South Bay, so it's done its job, which is to alert others and kind of spread the word. So it's growing, and it's huge for the community, because they were all part of the tragedy a little bit.
I just think it's great. I think it's going to bring a lot of people out here. I think they're going to raise a lot of money, and I think Marcus and Michelle are amazing people. So wish them all the best, and I'm happy to be part of the family.
When someone suffered from an injury, U.S. Cryotherapy was on hand to get them back on the mat.
What we wanted to do today was come out and support the Rollathon and offer free localized cryotherapy treatments. So we're trying to just help, reduce inflammation on a more smaller area.
According to Systems Training co-owner and Liam's Life co-founder Marcus Colvo, the Rollathon raised almost $2,000 and had about 100 people attending in total. This is Tony Gold Jr. for HCTV.
For more information on events like this, visit Liam's Life Foundation's website at www.liamslife.org. Over 100 people visited Able Arts Work to witness the many talents of local artists. Russ Nasuri has details on their exciting community art showcase.
For nearly 40 years, Able Arts Work, a nonprofit, has provided local artists with a platform to come together and creatively express themselves through various art mediums, including painting, drawing, dancing, and singing.
There's a fire starting in my heart, reaching a fever which is bringing me out the dark.
Brandy Pollard loves to sing. Through Able Arts Work, she's able to make new friends and build her self-confidence.
The reason why I chose this song because Adele has a raspy and she's more opening, and I did perform this song. It was one of my aunt's favorite songs because I dedicated to her last birthday.
Able Arts Work fuels creative opportunities for adults with developmental and intellectual disabilities. At the same time, they stress the importance of establishing an inclusive environment.
My job is just, I know this amazing artist, and I'm really good about encouraging people to do stuff. So, I'm gonna help my friend out and be like, hey, you should go show your art. Hey, you should sing. Hey, you should dance.
Able Arts Work is one of the only 2 art nonprofits in Hawthorne. The other one, Arts Alive, offers educational opportunities to different schools in the arts.
The art is phenomenal. I always get ideas for our classes coming here. It helps us have that two-way street. They create here and I can maybe share it with our children or vice versa. And in fact, one of our students is on the wall here.
Able Arts Work gives artists the chance to express their creativity as they see fit, while contributing to a community showcase as a whole.
But if you think about it, within the word community is the word unity. That's what I want. I want unity. There's no labels, there's no division.
According to one attendee, Ifunanya Weke, there aren't many creative arenas like Able Arts Work where you can find artists with disabilities and those without them occupying the same space.
It's very, very important that there's a space created for artists, whether or not they have disabilities, to be able to display their art, to be able to express who they are and show their true authentic self. And by doing so, the stigma that is associated with disabilities is melting away.
Able Arts Work empowers its artists by helping them realize that they have something of great value to contribute to society. Their goal is to continually share their talents with the community at large. Reporting for HCTV, I'm Russ Nasuri.
To keep up with future events put on by the Able Arts Work, follow them on Facebook at www.facebook.com/Able Arts Work. There was much ado with numbers for local citizens. Tony Long Jr. has the story.
Lusinger's annual Math Night allows students to showcase what they've learned in a fun way.
It was student-driven, teacher-facilitated, but student-driven. Students came up with the activities, students came up with the games.
I'm so excited to be here. I was invited by some of the students, and when I always love math, I like getting out here. I was here last year and they had a great event. This year is just way off the charts. It's wonderful. The students have really gone all out.
Even school principal, Dr. Pamela Brown, decided to join in and solve some math problems.
So it's an awesome time for me to see a lot of the different things that my kids are learning in the classroom, and not to just see what they're learning, to actually be able to participate with them and, you know, show them that I struggle too sometimes with these math problems. And so struggling a little bit with the math problem, but persevering along the way and getting tutoring from them.
Students like Jalen came out to support their peers and have a great time.
My experience, it was a fun experience. You know, I'm here with my classmates and yeah, schoolmates, just having fun.
The parent-teacher-student organization supported the event, keeping the attendees nourished with refreshments for a cause.
The PTSO is here to support the students and also to raise funds for the 3 scholarships that we give out every single year to 3 deserving seniors.
According to school math coach Dr. Daniel Gravilovich, Lusinger has been holding Math Night for the last 10 years. This is Tony Long Jr. for HCTV.
For more information on future events, visit the calendar page on Lusinger's website at www.lusinger.org. When we return, find out why the community came together to raise money for a good cause. For the past 15 years, the Wiseburn Education Foundation has held an event to raise money in support of students and the arts. Ernesto Giles has more.
The Wiseburn community came out in a strong showing to Dana Middle School for the annual Rock Around the Block, an event aimed at raising funds so the school district can continue many of its art programs.
Community is the most important part of our district, and the relationship we have with the community is vital to be able to ensure these programs. So getting the community out to see the programs, to be able to see the kids play, it's amazing. Listen to play the instruments and sing.
Studies after study shows that a child and a student's brain and how being involved in music and arts affect their brain, not only in music and arts, but how it transcends to their math or their history or just being a student in general.
Founded in 1995 by concerned parents and community leaders, the foundation's sole purpose is to fill the financial gap left by the state.
It's a community event, games, rides, live animals for a petting zoo, silent auction, and we attempt to raise as much money as we can to make sure the music and art programs continue within our district.
During the event, students showcase their musical talent by performing songs they've learned throughout their school years.
Learning to play an instrument also can just kind of help relieve your maybe anxiety or stress, but it's just a great tool, and I love that this district allows that to happen and gives these kids the opportunity to pick up an instrument.
For the price of a few tickets, attendees got a chance to dunk school officials, have their hair spray painted, eat freshly grilled burgers, and interact with some new furry friends.
They are very adorable. They're like mini goats and cows and pigs and chickens, and they're fluffy.
I'm really grateful for that because it's a fun day to fundraise for our school, and they fundraise my band program. So if I didn't have them, then I wouldn't be in the band.
The foundation hopes to continue to raise funds for the school district to help expand programs and provide teacher grants. For HCTV, I'm Ernesto Giles.
To find out more about the foundation, head to their website at www.wiseburnedfoundation.org. Local citizens got a chance to see their children learn numbers in a unique way. Tony Long Jr. shows us more.
Students at Juan Cabrillo Elementary School showcased their different ways to solve math problems during their annual CGI Math Night.
We had 3 sections of the night, so we started with a problem for parents to solve, and then we went into more about what is CGI, and then we had breakout sessions where parents and students solved problems.
CGI stands for Cognitive Guided Instruction.
CGI is based on students' thinking, and it's supported by 30 years of research. And basically what we want is the students to answer the questions with whatever comes naturally to them, and then we push their thinking further through questioning.
Sasha describes her technique for solving a problem, which is using an algorithm.
Like 24 would go like up here, and then you can do a minus or a plus, and then you can put two numbers at the bottom, and then you can put two numbers at the bottom for the very bottom for the answer.
Parents, like Sasha's father, Mike Pendergrass, understand how CGI benefits children's math work.
It's interesting to see now kind of the thought processes that she's having as she's going through them and understanding, okay, this is where this is coming from, and the different stages as she's been learning math, of the different strategies that she's using to solve the problems.
School principal Lisa Baggio states that the school received a grant of over $28,000 from the Coaxum Foundation for the Art of Teaching to continue the CGI practice. This is Tony Long Jr. for HCTV.
For more information on future events, visit the Cabrillo Elementary website at www.juancabrillo.org. The annual Bunny Breakfast brings the spirit of Easter to Hawthorne with an even larger turnout than before. Brianna Greenup has the story.
Bunny ears and the smell of bacon are probably things you wouldn't expect at Hawthorne Memorial Park.
They say the early bird gets the worm, but these early birds got a little bit more than just pancakes.
Silly bird. You don't sneeze when you're happy. What else do you do?
The crowd arrived at 9 a.m. to a table filled with eggs, bacon, muffins, and even some OJ. But this meal didn't appear all on its own.
Well, this event has been going on for years and years, and our club usually has key club members come here and help serve and help with the Easter egg hunt. But this year, our club decided to join in helping serve, prepare the food.
With the help of the Kiwanis Club, the event was able to feed the 200-plus people registered for the breakfast. Recreation Supervisor Brenda Williams says the turnout is bigger than ever.
One of the things that we did this year is to send it out to the school districts. We got their approval, we sent the flyers out, and this is the response that we got.
Attendees also shared their response to the puppet show, much like Emmeline, who personally identified with the performance.
How the bunny forgot what day it was. It reminded me a lot of myself.
While the breakfast appears to be just fun and games, Community Service Manager Vontre Norris says it's about the community.
The goal of this event is to bring families from the City of Hawthorne out to have a great time and actually see what the City of Hawthorne offers. And by doing that, bringing the families here, we create a foundation to formulate a relationship for years to come.
And years to come is what you should expect, because this bunny breakfast isn't going anywhere. Until next year, Brianna Greenup reporting for HCTV.
For more information on where to find events like the Bunny Breakfast, visit www.cityofhawthorne.org. What do bunnies, colorful eggs, and little kids have in common? The ultimate Easter egg hunt. Russ Nassiri has more on the egg extravaganza.
The North Hawthorne Community Association hosted their third annual Easter egg hunt at Eucalyptus Park. Children of all ages raced through the grass with one goal in mind: to find the golden eggs. Those that found them won a basket full of treats. An event that began with about 15 kids has grown to over 50 kids in attendance. And no, that doesn't include the parents who also hunted for the eggs.
We want to bring some cheer to the kids. As you can see, this is our third year. A lot of people, the first year we started, we just kind of did it on our own and just took off with that.
This is the best turnout so far, 3 times better than last year, so it's getting better and better.
In addition to egg hunt competitions, attendees had the chance to get their pictures taken with the Easter Bunny, get their faces painted, and create decorations for Easter.
Oh, right now we're painting eggs with paint and popsicle sticks. You smear the paint onto the egg and it makes cool designs. And we're also making paper wreaths with stickers and paint.
And others brought their own idea of fun to the gathering.
I have this egg made out of eggs, so we paint them first, let them dry, then we put like this little colorful paper inside, then we put this confetti on it, then when we break it, it comes out.
Events like these allow families to get to know their neighbors better, make new friends, and become more aware of what is happening in their community.
We are trying to be that person that connects city officials and city business with the people the residents of Hawthorne.
They put these events together and they tell their neighbors and they bring people together. So there's a lot of opportunities for children and families to have fun throughout the city of Hawthorne.
With events like the Easter egg hunt, the North Hawthorne Community Association hopes to make their neighborhoods a lot safer. Reporting for HCTV, I'm Rusna Suri.
For more information about the North Hawthorne Community Association and their future events, visit www.northhawthorne.com. Keep it right here on Channel 22 for these future city news stories. Find out how much was raised at the 29th Annual Hawthorne Parks and Recreation Foundation Golf Tournament. Plus, watch mothers and sons as they compete in the Sports Challenge. And learn how local train enthusiasts spent the day. That does it for this edition of City News. Thanks for watching. If you have any story ideas, please call us at 310-349-1630 or email us at hctv@hawthorneca.gov. Don't forget, you can watch City News online on YouTube by searching Hawthorne Community Television. We'll leave you now with more footage from Rock Around the Block. See you next time.